I don't get it all tan in the summer because I don't leave my house, so I am just pale. Hello everyone, my name is Emily and welcome to another video on Emily XO. If you are new here, welcome. As I said, my name is Emily. I put up various beauty and lifestyle videos roughly Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm still working on my uploading schedule, which I talked about in my last video. I'm trying to figure out a schedule that works better because Sundays we're just not working at all. So we're trying Monday/Tuesday to see what we like. So as you can probably tell by the title of today's video, it is going to be a Q&A, get ready with me. I am just going to kind of chat with you guys, answer some questions that you submitted on Twitter, and we're going to do my makeup, and we're just going to have a little bit of fun with it. I wanted a more relaxed, chatty Q&A type video, since it has been a while since I have filmed. I know I did last week's video, which was the August book of the month review. No, sorry, July book of the month review. It's currently August. So I just wanted kind of a more chatty, informal video for you guys. I am working on some really exciting videos. I've got a couple reviews coming out and a few other ideas that I'm playing with and that I'm really excited. But today's video, we're just gonna do some makeup. We're gonna have some fun. So I did already wash, moisturize, and prep my face. For moisturizer, I went in with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Moisturizer. This one is the one with SPF 15 in it. And then I went in with my Crazy Essentials Replenishing Facial Oil. I've really been enjoying using a facial oil for a primer instead of like an actual primer because I think it just gives it a more natural, glowy look. We're going to go in with foundation. I've got the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is in the shade 102 Porcelain. I don't know if this is going to be too light for me. It might be slightly too light for me. But we're going to see. I'm like really struggling to find the right foundation shade. So, ooh, that's a lot. But we're going to try it out. If it doesn't work, I did buy it from Walgreens. So I will go back and just exchange it for probably the next shade up. Also, I forgot to mention, I have all of my questions from you guys written down here in my iPad. So I'm going to be glancing down. It's going to be sitting on my counter. I'll be glancing down to grab the question and then I will answer it for you guys. So the first question comes from @It'sMeHollowX, and she asked, what is my most loved and most hated beauty brand? Now, for most loved, I'm gonna have to go with ColourPop, even though I did not love their foundation in the way that I wanted to. I do have a whole review video on that. I'll link that down below for you guys. But overall, I really like their products. I love their foundation. I love all of their lippies. I haven't tried everything by them. I know they just came out with a primer and a setting spray as well, which I'm really intrigued by. But I think overall I just really love them. I love their palettes too and their shadows, so I think they would have to be my most loved. Actually, this shade looks pretty good. This lighting always makes things look really weird, so I feel like I look more washed out here than I do here. Yeah, I think actually it's working for me. Perfect. As for my most hated beauty brand, I don't think I have a brand that I like hate their products or anything. I don't get a chance to try a whole lot of new makeup, so I think any brand that like I don't hate any, but I think like there are brands that I dislike, not because of like products that I've tried, but just because of how they decide to go about their business and their products. Like there are a lot of brands and products that I won't try just because their shade range is horrible. I'm looking at you, Beauty Blender. What even was that foundation range? I know that we've run into some issues with other brands, including like with issues like that as well. So there are a lot of brands that I just don't like because of stuff like that and how they run their business. And ooh, actually that is making me look very washed out. See, that's the problem. This lighting is so weird sometimes. Like sometimes it looks okay, sometimes it doesn't look okay. But I think we're gonna go in with like my concealer and everything like that before I completely write this shade off. Because I feel like the next shade up might be too dark on me and I can always warm up my face a little bit. But yeah, so I don't think I have a really hated beauty brand. There's nothing I dislike. I mean, there's a lot of products out there I don't like. but there's no brands that I like outright hate. So my next few questions come from @DrewzyJ. The first one is, how did you and Kyle meet? If you guys are new to my channel and don't know, Kyle is my boyfriend. We have been dating for over 3 years now, and we have been living together for the past year. It's actually been a full year in our apartment. Crazy, right? Oh, also forgot to mention, I'm going in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 6. So Kyle and I met actually on Tinder, funny enough. I know Tinder can get a really bad rap for what people use it for, but Kyle and I met through Tinder. I think it helps though. I actually knew Kyle's younger brother before I knew Kyle. I had met him before through some mutual friends, and we did have a few, not like super duper mutual friends, but like people that we mutually knew. Like my best friend Michaela is dating a guy named Zach, who is good friends with Kyle's brother, and Kyle knew him really well, and Kyle was friends with Zach's older brother. So like there's just kind of this whole mutual like circle of people that we knew, which I think helped. And like I haven't met on Tinder obviously in 3 years, but back in the day, there used to be a feature where if you linked it to your Facebook, it would show you mutual friends. And we had a few mutual friends through Facebook because we did know like the same circle of people to a degree. So I think that really helped because he was in the next town over, which the next town over for me is about a 15-20 minute drive depending on like which side of town you're coming from and going to. One of his pictures had his younger brother pictured in it, and we had some mutual friends, so I'm just like basically like, who is this guy and how don't I know him? Which I think helped the overall Tinder working out thing. Side note, I think this foundation is actually looking pretty good. I don't get it all tan in the summer because I don't leave my house, so I am just pale. So the next question from DrewzyJ is, what is your fave go-to product? I have a lot of fave go-to products, but I think if I had to pick one overall, it would be my Crazy Essentials highlight drops in the shade Elixir Power. I use this pretty much every day, and even on days when I don't do a full face of makeup and I do just like a very like natural mascara, lips, like light lipstick type look, I will still put just a little bit of this on my cheekbones just because it gives you such like a natural glowy look that I really love. So this has always been one of my favorite products. She doesn't have this shade anymore, but she has other really pretty shades, and I think overall the highlight drops are just a really great product. I've had this for a couple of months, and like it doesn't even look like I've used anything out of it. Like the line is still like right there. So this is going to last me the rest of my life. Maybe I can leave this in my will for my children. Like it might last that long, although expiration date of products obviously doesn't go that long, but actual amount of product to length of when I've used it is probably about that long. So next I'm going to go in and set my face. This is the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. This is in the shade Translucent. I don't set my whole face in the summer. In the summer I like to go for a more dewy natural look, but I do like to put just a little bit of powder in this area so I can blend other products on top of it. And so our final question from DrewzyJ is, what was my best vacation? And that would be hands down last summer, summer 2017. My family and I, we went to Myrtle Beach, which I had been there before, like 3 years prior, I think, 3-4 years prior. I had been to Myrtle Beach before, but this time we went to Myrtle Beach over the week of 4th of July. So we were down in Myrtle Beach on 4th of July. I think 4th of July was on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, so we got down the Sunday before. I think we drove, so we left on like, I think we left on Saturday and drove down, and we got there about like Sunday, Monday, something like that. But Myrtle Beach for 4th of July is just an absolutely unreal experience. It was probably the best experience of my life so far because we stayed right on the beach, and there were just fireworks like in every single direction, and people were lighting them off all over. They had like actual professional ones going like down by the boardwalk that you could see. There were people lighting off stuff like right next to you, like 5 feet away from you, and because you were so close to where they were lighting them off, they were so close to you in the sky, and it was just this constant like firework boom in your chest, and it was just absolutely surreal, absolutely gorgeous. And then when we were done like being down on the beach, we actually went back to our hotel, which we were really high up on like I don't know, 30th floor or something like that, I think. And you could see fireworks off our balcony that were like eye level with you, which was just such a weird experience. I've never been eye level with fireworks. So that has hands down been my best vacation. And I'm really excited. We're actually going back to Myrtle Beach for 4th of July next year because we decided that it was just such a fun experience that we have to go back. And then I was really disappointed Kyle didn't get a chance to come with us last year, but he is going next year. So I think that's going to make the vacation even better overall. All right, so next I have a couple of questions from So next I have a couple of questions from @Latifa Morissette. I hope I said that right. First question she has is, what is on your bucket list? The two biggest things on my bucket list are I want to go to Disney World and I want to go to Universal Studios, specifically Harry Potter World. I have never been to Disney World. I was not a kid who was lucky enough to get a chance to go there. So that is like one of my biggest dreams. But I do know I will be going for my honeymoon. I've already decided that I'm going to spend my honeymoon in Disney. And then at some point I need to go to Universal and I need to go to Harry Potter World because I was a huge Harry Potter nerd as a kid. I still love Harry Potter, so those are two of my biggest things. I think one of the other things that I really want to do is I really want to go back to New York. I have gone to New York, but I was a sophomore in high school. It was a school field trip for my choir, and so it was very touristy, very structured. Like we did Central Park, we did a couple Broadway shows, we did a bunch of time in Times Square, so it was very like strict touristy stuff, and I would love to go back. I'd love to see more shows on Broadway. I'm also a huge musical theater nerd, if you did not know that, so I definitely want to go back there and just experience some of that again. And then my next question from @Latifa Morissette was, where do you see yourself in 10 years? So in 10 years, that will make me 32. I guess by that time, I'd like to be married. Really would like to be married. Hopefully I would like to be married within the next 3 years, but we'll see. Like to be married. By that point, I'd like to have a couple of kids too. Preferably 2, maybe 3. And definitely living in a really nice house that we've bought. Although Kyle and I are looking to buy a house next year, but it would probably be a nicer house than what we buy next year. Probably a manager of something. I do have an associate's degree in business management, and I'd like to be a manager supervisor to a team of people. Or if I'm not a manager supervisor, the other thing I'm kind of working towards at my job is I want to be a trainer who trains all of our new hires, so possibly still in that role. But yeah, I think that's where I want to be in 10 years. I know it's so stereotypical. I want to get married, have kids, and have a great job. With 3 more cats. Well, actually no, probably 3 cats total. I already told Kyle that when we move into a house, I really want to get a kitten. I really want to get a little girl kitten because I think the boys need a little sister. I do have 2 cats already, Rory and Isaac, which I posted a video about them as well, so I can link that down in the description. That was my bringing them home and introducing them. But I really want to get a 3rd kitten. Well, a 3rd cat, it'd be a kitten, but I really want to get a 3rd cat. I really want it to be a little girl. My boys need a little sister. It's probably gonna happen. We just have to convince Kyle. So my next question comes from @MakeupByKLB, and her first question is, what is your favorite lipstick brand? So I have 2. My first one is for an everyday go-to one. It's my ColourPop, specifically their Ultra Blotted Lips. If I want something a little more long-lasting though, I really do like the Beauty Bakery lip whips. I know people are kind of 50-50 on those. I personally love them. I think they last really well. They can be very drying and a little difficult to work with, but I think you kind of just have to be very careful in how you apply it and how you prep your lips beforehand. I have found the best way to do it is putting a little Vaseline on my lips about an hour before I know I want to put it on and let that really hydrate my lips, and then making sure I'm staying hydrated to keep my overall skin and lips feeling moisturized. But those are probably my go-tos. And then her second question, which was kind of a follow-up, is what is your favorite range of shades to wear? So for an everyday lipstick, I really love neutral nudie pinks. For example, I have the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Doozy. That's my absolute favorite. That one's a little more of like a pop of pink, but it's just such a subtle, natural color. I also really love Honey and Versailles by the Beauty Bakery Lip Whips. Those are two just very like natural, nice nudie pinks that I think just suit me, because for an everyday look, I just like a little pop of color without being too bold. So my next question comes from @Caleb_H_, and his first question is, what are some goals you have? So, I mean, long-term goals is like I said, like to be a manager or like a supervisor type position, or like a trainer, something like that. Short-term, Kyle and I are trying to buy a house next year because our apartment isn't bad, but we just want more space, and we really want a washer and dryer of our own, and we looked at moving like this summer when our lease was up, because our lease just got renewed, but it was really hard to find an affordable place that like had a washer and dryer included, and allowed pets. So we decided that we can get a mortgage for cheaper, or like roughly the same price what we're paying now for rent, that would have way more space and would have a washer and dryer hookup. It would be completely our own, and you know, we could have cats, we could have people over, and it would be a lot nicer without having to worry about like being too quiet, because we have neighbors like literally the next wall over. We would have a yard. I really want like a nicer bathroom and a nicer kitchen, a bigger kitchen. I really want a breakfast bar. So we really want to buy a house next year, so that's kind of like what we're working on, trying to save money for. And I also am trying, keyword, to adopt a healthier lifestyle and lose some weight, but you know, I really like food. I really like carbs, so it makes it hard for me. But I think that's like really the biggest goals I'm working towards right now. Saving up, buying a house, stuff like that. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm going in with the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. This is like my favorite everyday go-to palette, so I guess this, going back to Jordan's question, be another one of my fave go-to products. I just love this palette. I create like the same look with it, but like slightly different, because it has a few different shimmer shades. So next question is, what are some new products you're loving? I haven't tried anything new makeup-wise in months, because I'm trying to save money. I suppose though, it did it say makeup products? No, it just said new products you're loving. So mostly what I've been spending money on is like skincare lately. I just got some products about a month ago or so, from a Twitter skincare brand called Anope. It just occurred to me, I don't know how to say their name, A-N-O-P. But I just got a scrub and a mask from them, which I'm loving. There will be a review video coming on that very, very soon, so keep on the lookout. But those have been really great products that I've been loving. Otherwise, I've been kind of just sticking to my stuff because I don't want to spend the money, because I'm at this place where like I really want new makeup releases, but I don't need new makeup releases. I have a lot of makeup that works, and really, other than like doing my makeup for work, which I honestly hardly even do that anymore, I don't do my makeup that often. So like as of lately, I just haven't been able to justify spending any money on anything like that, so I haven't. There's some new products I really want to try though, and I did actually just pick up a stick foundation today that I'm going to try out very soon here for you guys. Pretty excited about that. It's the Maybelline stick foundation. I don't think it's their new one though. I think they came out with a new one. This is like their older one that they've had for a while, but I was at Walgreens and they were having a buy one get one 50% off sale on Maybelline. So I picked up the matte and poreless, which I just used, and then I picked up that stick foundation. So I'm like excited to try that. And I did also purchase from a friend on Twitter. I purchased the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation, which I've seen some mixed reviews on, but I got that from her. So once that comes in, we're going to try that out too. So we'll see. I'll let you know. We'll get back to that question basically. And final question is, what do you like to do for fun? I'm a very much homebody person. I like to spend most of my time at home, play video games, hang out with Kyle, hang out with my cats. I also do, like I said, I like musicals a lot, so I do go attend musicals every couple months or so. We went and saw, what musical was it? Was that my old high school? I can't think of a name. Oh, Anything Goes. Was that it? Yeah, Anything Goes at my high school a couple months ago. So that was pretty fun. I think we're gonna go see Ghost, another just like local production. See that here in next week, couple weeks, something like that. But yeah, I don't do a lot of things for fun. At least not a lot of exciting things. Alright, so that does it for the questions. Thank you guys so much for asking them. I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better. Going back to the question of what shades of lipstick do I like to wear, it really comes down to these, like just really pretty, natural, rosy lips. Alright, so that was all of the questions that I got from you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just more of a chatty, relaxed video, but I had fun with it. I enjoyed answering some questions from you guys, so that was a really fun time. If you would like to see more of these in the future, please let me know down below, or give this video a big thumbs up. I truly, truly appreciate it. Otherwise, I think that is about all I have for you guys. Like I said, I'm really working on revamping this channel and getting a lot of fun new videos out for you, so lots of reviews and stuff coming soon. But if you have any other videos that you'd like to see from me, please do let me know down below. I'm always looking for new content and new things that you guys want to see and are interested in. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!